guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are gonna do paycheck 2 for March. It's been a crazy month and I'm totally behind in everything. So today I'm gonna go ahead and budget for paycheck 2. I literally just went home and picked up my check like about an hour ago, if anything 2 hours ago. So yeah, this pay period, let me see, I haven't even done, I haven't done my check-ins either. I have to do that. But the only thing I have to pay from this pay period is my student loan, and then the rest will just be my regular stuff, which is my rent, grocery spending, gasoline, and sinking funds. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do that here for you guys. And I'm gonna use my March green washi. And then not only that, in an upcoming video I will do my variable income. The only thing I was gonna have to take a different approach, just because I won't actually be showing my numbers. Plus I really don't want to make people feel like what I'm making is like not enough for others, or just in this time I just want to make sure that, you know, people focus on what they need and not on others situation. So I'm just gonna put that out there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my income for this pay period, and that is just for my bi-weekly pay. And this is supposed to cover, from, let me see, from the 24th basically until the 7th, I want to say. Yeah, the 7th of April. So we're already kind of like in April. So that's gonna be like a whole bunch of new bills that I gotta concentrate, and I haven't even set up April, so that's just something I gotta deal with as well. I feel like I've been not procrastinating, but I just kind of don't want to deal with anything that has to do with money or not, just because I feel like the majority thing that people are doing right now is hoarding, and the last thing people want to see is someone paying debt or paying this or that, and just because I think by now everyone's like on savings mode, and I totally agree with that. Especially for, like, I'm one of the people who don't have an emergency fund besides like the minimum $1,000 that Dave Ramsey suggested, which, by the way, right now in this time of day, I think was the most ridiculous advice anyone could have. So of course I'm focusing on, you know, making sure that is pretty nice and plumpy, instead of just the basic 1,000, because he said it's a rainy day. Well, what about a rainy month, a rainy week, a rainy half a year, 3 months, you know, that kind of stuff? It's kind of insane. So anyway, the thing I want to concentrate at the moment is what really is coming up, which is my student loan. And if I have to deal with anything that is going to be past a 2-week mark, I'm looking at the 6th, the 7th. I'm looking at the first week of April over here, the first 2 weeks. So I'm gonna might have to concentrate my money on the student loan and a credit union payment down here. But for now, we're just gonna let that be. So that is, my student loan is basically the only payment I have at the moment. Everything else was taken care of in my previous paycheck. So that is it for bills, but I am going to leave it open-ended just because I never know if something's going to come up. So I might just leave a couple of spaces. I mean, I do want to do an extra debt payment, and it's not going to be like insane. I still have that $100 student loan that I still want to pay off. So I do want to do that. I do want to add an extra debt payment from this paycheck. So I'm just gonna put that here just in case. And I'm not sure how much it's gonna be, but I will leave it there. I'm just gonna leave a little gap for that, just in case. Now here, I'm gonna just go ahead and put my normal 4 walls, which is anything that I take out cash, and anything that I leave for savings. Savings has been a big eye-opener at the moment, so that's that. So the first thing that I always save for is rent, and that is $450. Then I have groceries. Now groceries is kind of tricky, especially with how everything is looking like in the grocery stores. It's difficult, even going to Target or just any general grocery store. It's kind of bleak, if that's a way to put it. So I am still doing 150, but I feel like people who are bulk buying and all that stuff, it's good for them, just because, you know, seeing it now, if I'm not buying groceries and my refrigerator is becoming low in stock and I go and then there's nothing there, I understand how that cycle is working. But we're staying hopeful, and I'm still keeping my 150. Of course, you don't have to have that. You can have way bigger budget, less of a budget. It's just how everyone deals with it, and that is mine. Next, we have gasoline. I do need to pump gas, but I still have money from the previous paycheck still available. But I am going to go ahead and just put $30 in there just in case. It might be more or less, but we'll figure it out. And then next, a big chunk of it is going to be savings. And I do have my sinking funds, and the reason why I do sinking funds is because I do have a medical fund category and a cart maintenance, which is both two very important funds for me. So I do add $10 to each, so this will be $20. And I have used my medical fund, so that's just because I'm having issues with I'm still having issues with my arm. I deeply sprained it, so I went to get medication, and just we're figuring out my arm. And then for savings, I'm not sure how much I want to put in there yet, but it will receive a big chunk at the moment. So I'm just gonna go ahead and close it out, because that is everything that I'm saving for. Nothing too drastic, like this is just bare bones to me. Nothing really stands out. The only thing I can say is that everyone's budget at the moment can look different, feel different, and get tweaked very differently. And that's just how everything is going on at the moment. It's just because how everything is playing out. Every day is different. News does not help, so I've not been watching that. And I'm just trying to make sure that I have everything I need, and that in any event, my savings, it can be well enough so I can, you know, have peace of mind. Of course, all of this is going to change once everything blows over. I feel like I'll be back into paying debt and just having a normal budget and just normalizing everything back again. But for now, this is how my paycheck too. I'm only concentrating on paying my student loan, which is just an automatic payment that happens. I know people are saying that the interest has been removed or paused, which is great for me because I really do want to pay some of this stuff down. And then I also just want to close that one tiny little student loan off, which is like, I believe at the moment it's $127. So I'm gonna pay the $140 and then pay like $130 towards that, because, you know, whatever interest was before that. And of course, you know, my shelter, my food, my transportation, and just like my safety zone right there, that's what I'm gonna be saving up for. So I know this is just, you know, a very blank kind of budget, but every day it's changing. Every day it has it says something new in store, and no one's budget at the moment, I believe, is going to be normal or steady or, you know, straight to the point. Everything's just very up in the air, and that's what this budget reflects. But anywho, I know, this was such a weird budget, but I did want to show it to you guys. And I hope you guys are doing okay. Let me know down below. Something positive. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, you guys.